It's been 4 years since I switched from an iPhone to an Android, and so having the opportunity to try out the brand new iPhone 7 for a couple of weeks, well, here are my thoughts on the iPhone 7 from an Android fangirl. Verizon sent over the brand new iPhone 7 for me to try out, and what's funny about this is that they actually asked first, knowing how much of an Android fangirl I am. So I immediately jumped at this opportunity because I wanted the ability to actually have the phone in my hands for an extended amount of time so I could give that better review for anybody who's ever asked me, what are your thoughts on the iPhone 7? So here are some quick thoughts from an Android fangirl on the iPhone 7. First up, on the design, I have to admit that this is one sexy phone, especially the matte black. But I'm still not 100% in love because I like the look of my S7 Edge due to the Edge screen, as well as it just has that look of a much more tech-advanced phone. One thing I did like though is the new home button. Not having an actual button made me want that feeling on all of my phones. It kind of made me start to dislike my home button on my S7 Edge after using it. Now, the lack of the headphone jack, that was still a killer for me because I haven't made that switch completely to the Bluetooth headphones. So I actually took this phone on a trip with me and forgot the dongle. So if you don't have the dongle, well, you are 100% out of luck. So this was me, and this is one of the reasons that I think when the phone doesn't have the headphone jack, I'm just not ready for it. Now, next up is the software. Well, it's iOS. I have to admit that this is one of the biggest reasons that I left my iPhone for my Android in the first place. I found myself getting really frustrated by the lack of customizations with the screens. All of the app icons have to be there. I kept wanting to hide them anywhere that I could find, so any folder, I just tossed it in there knowing I wasn't going to keep this phone for a while. So I also found myself getting bored with this phone after a week. I totally get why iPhone users love the iOS. It's simple, it's generic, and it's always the same, which gives them the feeling that it always works for them. So with Android fans, I think that we just love all of those customization options. So whether it's the manufacturer skins, the icon packs, even customized notifications, those are still going to be the reasons that I'm going to be sticking with an Android. But here's where I want your opinion. So have you made that switch, whether it's iPhone to Android and Android to iPhone? I want to hear why you like each one of those platforms or each one of those types of phones. So leave me a comment, let me know. These are the conversations I love to have. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.